Guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Drip ecosystem related projects. And in this video, we're going to talk about the pieces from the AMA that Forex was highlighting regarding basically if you're going to be building for Drip in the community, kind of what the steps are if that's a path you want to take. So he mentioned specifically Drip 21 by DeFi Crypto Boss, but I know there are other people out there looking to build for the community. So it's important to highlight what those steps are and what's necessary and what your potential could be. So there's two different paths, and I'm going to let him explain it, but I'm going to summarize it real quick now. You have the potential to just get like a shout out, basically, where he kind of thumbs it up, or where he partners, and that's where he kind of takes over the project, and then he hires you as the developer for the project. So let's listen to it straight from the horse's mouth, as well as get some other insight on the percentages he mentioned about bit fighters. And then you can also kind of decide, reference, I guess, depending on what you would do if you were in Zach's shoes, how you would approach this negotiation.
Use it or not. And at the end of the day, anybody can develop anything they want for Drip. It's up to us to determine whether we use it or not. And in my case, it's up to me largely and my team to determine whether we're going to put it on the site and fully endorse it and really get behind it. Really take time out of our other development schedules to put full focus on it. And I'm always willing to come on as an advisor for any of these projects that are building for Drip. But if your idea is truly something that I think we could take to the next level, and it's kind of like a project in its own right, then I would even be willing to come on and host it on the Drip site and come on and run the project.
So you heard that it's if anyone can develop for Drip. So that's the key that I want everybody to take away here. So you can do whatever you want for Drip, and the community can validate, and that was a piece he mentioned before. It's up to the community to decide whether to use it or not. The community can validate if your project supports Drip or not. You can always, get people to audit it within the community. You can show the contract balance the contracts and whatever you're burning and buying with Drip, all that stuff. So anybody has the freedom to build for Drip, and that's the way it should be. So I'm glad he clarified that. But also, if you're, as he said, your project is something they can truly get behind, they're willing to take it to the next level, then that's where his partnership negotiation comes in. And Lee is going to clarify that real quick.
So you're saying, like, if there's like, if there's a couple of projects that you like, you've checked it out, you think it's cool, and that, is there going to be like a section, a tab for like authorized projects, or whatever the wording would be, like an extra tab or something like that?
Well, it depends on the project. It's like a case-by-case basis. Like the project that I was just talking about. If that developer could have got his head on right and realized that, hey, you're not going to get 100% of the dev fee, you're going to get 30% of the dev fee, but because we're going to put it on the Drip site, because we're going to use the rest of that budget to put a full team on taking it to the next level, that 30% that you're going to make is going to be much larger than the 100% you would make. So
I want to pause it there, because that's exactly what Zach was saying, reference his game. So that's the two sides to every story. So it is still 30% for bit fighters, and you just heard that straight from Forex's mouth. But the thing that I think needs to be at least questioned or addressed is it's ultimately up to you as a developer, in this case, Zach. Are you doing it for the money? So as Forex just mentioned, the 30% he can make by partnering with Forex would be much more than the 100%. But I can definitely respect Zach's decision to want to do it all on his own. And even if he doesn't make the amount of money, even if it's not as successful, that's something I personally value in regards to self-discovery, self-development, all these things, like, learning how to do this on your own. And even if nobody supports it, at least you have that kind of integrity within self that you did all you could on your own to try and get the bumps and bruises along the way, versus, yes, you could make more money by partnering with someone else. And that's ultimately what you see on Shark Tank. So a lot of people on Shark Tank take those partner deals, and so a lot of them turn them down because of that exact same reason. So Zach mentioned previously on my channel that this game is 7 years in development, 5 of those years set on the shelf. So he hasn't really tried to launch it. They had like a beta test basically on Polygon, but he didn't really reach out to anybody. It was just within his small community of followers. So before, I would do the same thing as him. Before, I would just go ahead and give away 70% for someone else to market, bring on their project manager, bring on their marketing team, and get hosted on another site. I would like to try it on my own first. And then if I failed or I didn't get the volume and traction, then I could be like, okay, here's what I was able to do. And then I'd come back to the negotiation table later. And yeah, you may end up taking a bigger hit or whatever, but at least you know you did it on your own. So I can respect that from Zach's decision to not take that deal. But I can also understand where Forex is coming from if that's his vision of where he thinks this can go. And that's the path he wants to take with it. So again, two sides, right? So can't really fault either of them, but it is good to finally hear the truth that it was indeed 30% for Zach and his team and 70% for Forex and his team.
So like if he was able to realize that, there's a good chance that that project would have been on the drip site in a way that so one of the reasons why I if it's going to be on the drip site, then I have to have control of the contracts. If there are any private functions that can be called that could do something like break the project, for example. So that's part of it, right? If it's going to be something where it's a full endorsement, I have to be able to secure it, which means I have to be able to have like deployer control of the contracts. I need to be able to audit, which means we need to be able to pay for audits. I need to be able to put my project manager on it if we're going to be reaching out to other teams for onboarding other projects. We want to get marketing behind it, which means we need a marketing budget. It also means that we need to be paying our social media guy and also our in the near future our marketing team. In the current state, our manager who is managing marketing in the meantime. So we need to be able to run tests on it, all that stuff. All of that stuff requires that we have control over the ownership of the contracts and that we have a budget to do all of those things. So it's just about, first of all, the project has to really be something that I see as having the potential to want to put my time and resources behind. But if I see that potential, then it's just about negotiating those things. And if we can work it out, then yeah, that's absolutely a possibility. If it's
So I think that also speaks volumes to what Zach has developed. And again, I totally understand why he wouldn't give that up. So you heard it right there. Forex said he'll co-sign it and be willing to put his resources behind it if he thinks it's something that can scale. So clearly when Forex got the pitch of this game that Zach and one other person developed over the last 7 years, he was blown away and wanted to take it under his wing and develop for it. So that speaks volumes of the potential of this game. So if I were Zach, I would definitely probably do the same thing. It's like, oh snap, I got co-signed by Forex. And even he mentioned Ray was blown away at the game. And that's why they dusted it off. So why wouldn't you, as the developer, try and move this thing forward on your own? Because you literally built it on your own. So why not try to get it off the ground? And yeah, of course, collect that 100% between you and the one other person. And of course, whoever else he onboards. It would be, in my opinion, ridiculous to throw it away without even trying. So that's right out the horse's mouth. He co-signed it and said how amazing basically it was and why he was willing to do that. The other piece, again, you have to look at the other side of the coin from Zach's negotiating side. He would have to give up the contracts, as Forex just stated. So he would basically be giving over the contract, the entire game, and be trusting that Forex is going to pay him said amounts from the contract. So that in this DeFi space where it's don't trust but verify, that may be hard for some people to do if you don't have a previous relationship with the person. So Zach's experience, from what I can understand, is just getting into drip around September, October, November of 2021, but he's never really dealt with Forex behind the scenes besides whatever the negotiation is. So that may be very difficult for someone to deal with someone else anonymously and then hand over all their work Others may take that opportunity and be like, yo, this is great. I don't care. You know, I trust Forex. I'm going to do it. But you got to be willing to entertain both people's side of the argument and why one would feel one way versus the other. So Forex has been in the game for a long time. He's got his contracts out there and proof of concept from everything that he's done, and other people can vouch for him. But if you don't have that personal interaction, then you may be hesitant, especially again, if it's something you've been working on for 7 years. So, but that at least lets people know how to navigate the space. So if you're looking at developing and you have something that is bullish for the ecosystem, then it could potentially get placed on the Drip UI and get onboarded with Forex and supported with him and his entire team and his resources and allocated the way he sees fit. And then you can basically be brought on as the developer or whatever for the project. So that is an option. Or as he got ready to say in his last piece, he can just basically give it the thumbs up if it's something that is just cool, but not really innovative. So just good to know in case people are out there looking to negotiate or go down this path. I think it's important to understand what your options are and what that looks like. So just wanted to shed some light on that, get some additional clarity because of those numbers that were thrown out before, but now we heard it straight from Forex. It is still a 70-30 split, but it does require part of that 70 to go to project manager, marketing budget, marketing team, and Forex to manage the project. All right, that's all I got. Hope that provides value. If it did, you know the drill. Smash that HPO special. Help a brother out. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now